Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to our online virtual open viewing tonight for the property at 3 Greenhill Park in Penicuik. I'm just going to give it maybe another couple of seconds in case there's anybody else that is maybe going to be joining in. Please don't worry if there is anything that you guys have missed. We will be recording this Zoom call and we will have it available for download or available on our YouTube channel very shortly. So, you know, if you do have any questions, you can please do definitely let us know. You can reach out using the chat feature. So that's going to be something obviously that we have set up, that if you do have any questions, you would like Ashley, who's the homeowner, who's there at the property at the moment. My name is Zaina, I work at Warner's. If you do have any questions, you can just use the chat feature and send a message. Just maybe if there's an additional angle that you would want to see of the property, or if you want to see into any storage cupboards or views out of the room. Maybe if there's any questions about the local area or the schooling, things like that, please do let me know. If I know the answer, I'll respond straight away. And if there is anything else, I can kind of pick back up from there. So we will be able to kind of go. All right. If you want to go ahead and start, Ashley, just to kind of say hello, and then we can just get going from there.
Hi everyone. So I've just started out the front of the property just to show you the front access. For those who don't know it, there's no vehicle access at the front of the property. You park and the vehicles are all at the back of the property, so it makes it a really quiet aspect at the front of the property. As you can see, it's grass hills around, and you can get round from going down this way to get down to the back of the property. We are the third one in on the terrace, and then this is your own private garden at the front here.
So I'm sure you will show us, Ashley, just obviously when we go out to the rear, but is it just on street parking just out to the side, or is there a space at the rear that you're able just to kind of, how do you guys usually enter and exit into your home? Do you come out here from the front way, or do you go from the rear?
Well, we use the rear of the property. You've got your own private parking space at the garage, and then there's a lay-by with parking. So we normally just park at the back and come up through the back garden.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So we'll just give you another wee pan round the front of the property. And then this bit over here, this leads up to Penicuik Primary School. And if you come just at the end of this street is Cornbank Primary, which is a catchment school. So it's supposed to be about a 5-minute walk up to Cornbank Nursery and School, which is a catchment where our children attend. And then there's woodland walks. If you go up here, it takes you to nice woodland walks around that way.
And who maintains, if you don't mind if I ask, who actually cuts the grass just at the front there?
This is all the council. The council come and cut all this area and the hill at the side as well.
Great.
And then obviously it's your own responsibility for your own garden, obviously.
Mm-hmm. So
I'll take you in the front door. So we've got the tiled flooring and then the carpet, which would lead you straight up the stairs. And then it's the open plan as you come in. So I'll just do a wee pan round of the hallway. And then as you come in to the living room, so it's got the window at the front which leads out onto the front of the property. The laminate wooden flooring leads through the living room and dining room. Gas central heating. There is a gas fire here. We've not used that for the last couple of years, so that will get serviced actually just to make sure it's all in working order before we move out. And then panning around into the dining room, which leads out into the back of the property.
And did you do any of the alterations, obviously, to open up this frame, or was the property layout exactly?
Yeah, it was already open. Like, we've been here for 9 years, and it was already opened up before we moved into the property.
And you haven't had to do any replacement of the windows or the central heating system or anything since you've been living there?
No, we've had the gas central heating serviced every year, but that's been the same. It's a combi boiler, which is up in the attic. I'll take you up into the attic in a little while, but yeah, that's up there. It's double glazed windows and the double glazed patio doors. So there's the range oven. It's the electric oven and a gas hob and the extractor hood, that's all staying in the sale. And then underneath here, we've got the washing machine and dishwasher, which are also included. And the Belfast sink, and again, that's leading out into the back of the property. So I'll take you out there.
Actually, somebody's asked how old the boiler is. So if you're getting it serviced every year, is there,
oh, I would need to find out. As I say, we've been here for 9 years and it was here when we moved in, so I'm not sure. I would need to check that.
Great.
So I'm not too sure. And leading out the back patio, so we've got the top part of the garden is decking, then there's a lawn, and then we've made a play section at the bottom with black matting, but that can easily be lifted. It's just the earth that's underneath there still if you wanted to relay that with lawn or a patio. So coming out the back door, there's a few steps take you down into the top deck, and I think we are southeast facing for getting the sun. So up in the decking, you normally get the sun till about sort of 4:30ish, and then you can sort of keep getting it further down the garden later on throughout the summer. So there's a decking with storage underneath the decking area. Right. Coming down to the lawn. Okay, there's a little patio bit there for seating, and then this is a bit I was saying we've put black play mat down, but that could be lifted for grass or for decking or patio. And then the very bottom, we've just put a couple of retaining walls in with flower beds, which then lead down to the garage. So,
perfect. Actually, somebody has asked if the actual garden is all enclosed and secure, like for example, if you have pets.
This side, there's just, if you see down here, there's just bushes down here, so we would need a fence at the bottom section.
Okay.
If you had a dog, perhaps there is a few spaces a dog could get through at the bottom. But the top part is, and then this side is all completely secure. Great. But yeah, just if you see like this section here, there's a few gaps where a dog could get through possibly.
Okay.
And I'll try, hopefully I don't lose signal, I'll take you out to show you where the parking and the garage is. So this is the allocated parking space here that I was telling you about, and then our garage, it's an up and over secure garage door that we just got put in a couple of years ago. So and then there's plenty on street parking. There's the laybys opposite for parking as well if you've got 2 vehicles.
Does the garage have connection to electricity or any water tap?
No, there's not. There's an outside tap at the top of the house, but there's not any electricity or lighting or water means in the garage.
Okay. We've had another person ask if there are any factor fees around, for the development around where you would need to pay.
No, not okay. There's no factor in fees. It's the council that maintain that, so there's no other fees.
Perfect.
Our
Great.
council tax, we pay over 10 months at the moment, and we're about £170 a month for our council tax. I'm not sure if it was band C or D, I can't remember.
It's D as in Delta.
Right. So I'll just take you back up to the property. And you might notice one thing that we hadn't mentioned in the brochure, if you see it at the top of the window, we've got a Velux window there. We have got our attic floored lined with electricity and heating up there, so I will take you up there. Our neighbours have put the dormer in, but ours is just the Velux, and it's just a Ramsey ladder access. But I can show you that. So we've quite a long garden. Take me back up. Yeah, so this bit here is the bit that I'd say is quite secure, but it's the second bit down where the matting is that there is a couple of gaps. It could do with a fence if you had a dog. Yeah, so there's the outside tap and the security light at the back of the property.
Great.
Okay, so coming back in through the dining room and kitchen.
We did have a question that somebody just asked in terms of like, what are the neighbors like? Obviously the ones on either side of you, or even just in the neighborhood, like what's the kind of mixture of the people in the homes and stuff?
Yeah, well, we've got fantastic neighbours. The ones on this side were really good friends. They've got sort of two older boys, but really good neighbours. They're the type who would come out and sort of cut the grass for you. They bring your bins in, lovely neighbours. And on this side of the property, it's a rental property, but there's a nice young couple in here at the moment who are sort of really nice, really quiet. But it's a lovely neighbourhood, a lot of families with young children because we're in such close proximity to the school. So yeah, we've got lovely neighbours. We've been very lucky.
Good.
So we'll lead you up the stairs now.
Perfect. Yes.
Come up the stairs. It's the bathroom at the top. This was just put in maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So it's fully tiled with the ladder style tile rail, storage under the sink. It's got the large shower head with the smaller one, which makes it easier for cleaning. And then it's a shaped bath. That runs off the combi for the shower, so it's not the electric. It's sort of the gas combi shower.
Off the mains, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
It's a nice big window.
Yeah, that's leading out to the back of the property again.
Great.
So we use the room to the back as our main bedroom. This is probably the second biggest room though, but we put in the large storage wardrobe right along. So we use this as the main bedroom. So it's got 3 hanging rails and then the end one's shelved for sort of towels and bedding.
If you wouldn't mind, would you be able to even just open up one of the sides of the cupboards just to show us in terms of the depth there?
If you excuse the mess, yeah,
oh,
of course.
Sorry, I probably should have told you that. So that's definitely not a messy wardrobe.
It gets worse. Let's get worse. So there's shelves and then hanging rail and shelf at the top again, and that runs along the 3, and then it's the end one that has 4 shelves for our towels and bed.
Perfect.
So I wasn't prepared for that one.
No, I'm sorry.
And as I say, that leads out to the back of the property.
So it's really good that you're not really overlooked at the rear then.
No, it's really private. In the summer it's lovely because the trees are there, but in winter when that all comes down, you've got gorgeous views. We're quite high up in Penicuik, so you get really nice views over Penicuik. The high school's just behind the trees. Penicuik High School's just behind that there. And then Penicuik Leisure Centre is just a 2-minute walk sort of down the hill in this direction over here. So yeah, so this is the main bedroom. And then I'm afraid the next 2 bedrooms, we've got 2 little girls. There's a lot of pink, I'm afraid, but I'll take you through to this is the largest of the bedrooms. And this is out to the front of the property.
Perfect.
So there's no built-in storage in this room. We've just got the single wardrobe here, which is fixed, so that'll be getting left with the property. And then, as I say, that's looking out the front. So it's always looking quiet. So
I've had another question, Ashley, and somebody just said, what's the bus services like? Like, how far is it to walk from the property, whether it's to the bus stop or to the center of town? Maybe even both of those questions.
Yeah, the centre of town, you would just walk from the back of the property down through the public parks, maybe about a 5-minute, 10-minute walk into Penicuik Centre. And same for the bus stop, it's down on John Street is the closest bus stop. And that's maybe about a 5-minute walk from here. And buses are every about 15-20 minutes into Edinburgh. And the night service runs right through the night as well, I think, at the weekends. And so it's a good bus service. 37 and 47 and the X62 are the buses you can get. So this is a smaller, the single room. We've got the cabin bed, but it's just a standard single that would fit in the space here. This is obviously above the stairs, so we put in a full length storage cupboard here with a hanging rail and shelf.
Oh, great.
And behind the door there. And again, this is one at the front of the property.
I think in terms of dimensions, which I'll just send everything, I'll just send a quick overview in terms of dimensions there, but the smaller bedroom there, which we were just in, it's 2.99 meters by 2.34 meters, or that would be 9 foot 10 inches by 7 foot 8 inches. And then obviously the second bedroom, which is the one that we were,
This one?
no, the other one, the other pink.
No, this one in here.
Yes, perfect. That one is 3.94 meters by 3.01 meters, or it's 12 foot 11 inches by 9 foot 11 inches. So still, you know, decent size, still really good size bedrooms. And obviously, you know, you've been able to fit, you know, quite a bit of, you know, furniture, toys, very tidy. The girls did a good job. So, or you did.
And as I say, we've got the attic access as well, which wasn't mentioned. So I'll just get the Ramsey ladder down. I can show you up the space we have up here. So we use this as a spare bedroom if we've got friends staying. So we've got a bed up here we've got rid of the frame, but we have got a bed and a couple of chest of drawers up here.
Oh, fantastic.
So I'll show you. So yeah, so it's fully lined. There's spotlights, smoke alarm, there's radiators, a lot of different electricity points. And then our Velux window with a fitted blind at the back here. And this shows you a bit more of the view up here. Because we are quite high up, you can kind of see the views over Penicuik and some of the other gardens.
And did you guys do the floored or the lining in the bedroom up here, excuse me, the attic room here? Had this already been done when you bought the property?
Yeah, this had already been done. I think the family before us had 4 children, so they actually had 2 of their children using this as a bedroom.
Okay.
Before, so we just sort of freshened it up a little bit, but no, it was here, and there's still a little bit of storage in the eaves, and we can go behind here, and then the gas is in behind this cupboard here. So is there anywhere that anyone would like to get taken back to or see anything else again?
If you wouldn't mind, because if even just to stand in here and just do a slow pan, and what we'll do is, yeah, we'll just do a slow pan of this room, maybe do another of the views, and then we'll probably finish up upstairs, and then maybe we can do another tour downstairs. That would be great.
Downstairs. Yeah, of course.
And would you be able to show as well which of the cupboards, I know that, I mean, if you're not going into them, that's fine, which of the cupboards the boiler is actually located in, here in the under eave storage?
This one right in front of us here that has the boiler. I don't know if I'll be able to have a quick look. There's some Slovenian toys in the way. Yeah, so that's the Baxi combi boiler.
Okay.
In that one there. And it's the other 2 that have got the eave storage, this one here, and then over on this side. So it's a full length eave storage.
Great.
There, and then we'll let you look out the window again for the views.
So is this a through road just at the, here at the bottom? Is this a through road, or is it just basically people who are in the estate or here in this development?
It's it leads down. There's another. If you see the houses, this here that leads a wee street down there, and then it's a dead end at the end of this street, at the end of Greenhill Park. So it's just traffic coming to these houses and these 2 streets. So it is quite a quiet road. I say plenty on street parking as well as the allocated parking. Is that okay?
That's perfect.
Super. I'll take back down another 2 of the rooms down in the first floor.
So just to confirm, well, wait till you actually get downstairs. There is light and heaters up here in this attic room.
Yeah, the radiator there, and there's I think there's about 3 or 4 double sockets, and then the uplighters.
Perfect.
The downlighter, sorry. And the smoke alarm as well. And then the bathroom again, so it's got the storage underneath the sink.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, sorry, is that it back?
Yep, that's back it, yep.
Yep. shaped bath with the 2 shower heads above. And it's fully tiled and matching floor tiles. And the one currently used is the master. Which is looking out the back of the property.
And just so I can double check, would you guys be leaving the light fixtures and the curtains or the blinds in the property, or is it just really going to be the curtains?
Yeah, we'll leave the curtains, blinds, all light fittings.
Perfect. And then
through to the...
Now we did have a question just about the girls' room. So obviously here, just where the storage is, so there's no built-in storage here in your girls' room and this one, so in bedroom 2.
That's right, it's just the single mirrored one that we've got
Perfect.
in here just now.
And you would be leaving that, or would that be going with you?
Yeah, that's fitted to the wall, so we'll be leaving that one.
Wonderful. And do you mind showing a view out of the front here? Just
of course.
See somebody
featuring the neighbouring garden. So I say it's a no vehicle access for anyone who's just joined. It's just pedestrian access at the front of the property.
As we're going into the 3rd bedroom, would you mind even just before we head back downstairs, even going back into the bathroom and turning on the tap? And I know it's a weird question, but flush the toilet, just because this is such a different kind of experience with, we're still in lockdown. I know obviously with Nicole's announcement mentioning about phase 2, we're still seeking further guidance about when in-person viewings can be allowed, because they're saying that the property industry, at least for us as estate agents, solicitor estate agents, we have a slight delay that our offices can kind of get back to movement and things like that on the 29th of June. So we're waiting for the government to send us through any further guidance about how we can organize in-person viewings and what the kind of parameters are there. So yes, so just even doing these little things that
first just looking at pressure and different things. Yeah. So it's the mixer tap, so it's for hot and cold. The toilet. So it's the one button, obviously, and the double button as well.
And I will ask you, the shower, if that's okay. I know it's probably, you're gonna have to be careful.
So that's the main bigger head.
Great.
And then forwards for the smaller one.
Perfect.
Do you want the tap in the bath as well?
If that would be okay, yes.
So that's the hot tap, the furthest away, obviously. And then the cold.
Perfect.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Will I head back down the stairs again?
Yes, that'd be great.
So. And I don't think I pointed out there's the
stairs storage there.
Storage under the stairs at this side. That's the only storage down the stairs.
And so just to reconfirm, about the, what do I want to say? So the fire there, so you guys don't really ever use that. That's not kind of a common one that you use, but you will organize to get it serviced.
Yeah, getting serviced next week. Somebody's come out to service that in the boiler again. We've not used it for about 3 or 4 years, so just to make sure it's all safe.
Would you mind also, if it's okay, Ashley, and I know I'm probably asking you, I should have definitely told you we would be asking to look in cupboards, even just to open up a couple of the cupboards just to show people the depth there, or maybe just how you're using them for storage.
So this one is sort of tins, jars, and alcohol. So that's the biggest one there. And then for this side, we've got glasses, and mugs and coffee. Under here, so I use that as my cleaning cupboard. This one's got the carousel that goes into the corner. It's got a double carousel. And there's two sets of drawers. There's one there and the one on this side. And then that's just one large cupboard in there.
And if you don't also mind, if I can ask as well, Ashley, will the fridge freezer be staying as well, or would that be going with you guys?
No, we're going to be taking the fridge freezer with us.
Perfect. And
then let's look at the back from the decking at the back of the property. Down onto the lawn, and then play area. And it leads to the flower beds down to the garage. Do you want to go back down again?
Please. Just while you're kind of heading down there, I have had maybe a few people message about asking to kind of note interest. So just to confirm, and although that this may not be up to date as of tomorrow, so this is just the recording as of tonight, so it's Thursday the 18th of June. We do currently have 4 formal notes of interest in place. So if anybody is interested to register, to kind of be kept updated, you can ask your solicitor to just contact our office and they can register a note of interest in for you as well. If you don't already have a solicitor, please do let us know, and any of the Warner's team will be happy to put you in touch with a solicitor to really kind of walk you through the process. We know that these are strange times, and the fact that you're having to kind of virtually or online see a property, it's definitely so different. We'll hope that this is something that you guys have been able to kind of find out a lot of information from, and that it's been helpful kind of picking up on everybody else's questions, or you've been able to see a lot of things that maybe you might not have even actually seen if you were actually at the house. So this will be kind of a supplementary. A lot of the properties that we have had go under offer since lockdown. Oh, it just disconnected there. Yeah, there it is, Ashley. A lot of the offers that have been agreed are subject to an in-person viewing. So, all of that, we're quite happy to be open to offers that are subject to an in-person viewing. And then really, that just means that basically as soon as it's safe to do so, we will kind of coordinate the in-person viewing. So any questions, just do please feel free to get in touch with our office, and to no interest, you would just need to ask your solicitor to do that for you. I have had a question, Ashley, if somebody, how do you, or where do you actually hang up your clothes for the drying? Do you just have a tumble dryer in the house, or is there a clothes kind of a hanging?
No, there is a whirly. We're actually in the process of just getting a new whirly gig put in, so we've got one to put on. We're just waiting on the cement coming so we can fit it. I just bought a new one, but that's going to be getting fitted in the middle of this lawn here. You can maybe see the mark where it was. We're just waiting on the cement coming to refit a new one.
Great.
Which will go in this spot here. There's the slabs to get into it.
And we've had somebody else.
The washing machine is a washer dryer as well, though, so that does have a dryer.
Perfect. And we have had somebody else just ask about the home report. So again, keeping in theme with the fact that this is a very weird market, there was a requirement for any properties that had previously had the home reports carried out right before lockdown, and maybe we had a kind of pause to the market because we couldn't get access into properties to do photographs and things like that. If any offers that would be submitted, likely for consideration by a buyer and their solicitor, are likely going to be put forward that are subject to survey. So basically that's just meaning that your offer is subject to your lender approving the home report. Some lenders are allowing some sort of an extension on the valid date for a home report in terms of offering a loan. So it's best to have a chat with your solicitor about this, and or your financial advisor or your bank. However, if the offer is subject to survey and a refresh is required, again, this is something that we are coming across very often, and we can discuss that as part of the offer. So, you know, in terms of marketing for the home report, the property is still valid in terms of the length of time the property's been on the market. But we do know that obviously for anybody getting a mortgage, you know, a lender may want to see that updated. So we can absolutely discuss that as and when the offers come through. Just have a quick look. So again, the property is on the market. It offers over 160, and we have a home report value at £170,000. So there's gas central heating and double glazing all throughout. We've got the understairs storage cupboard there. Perfect. So I think if you don't mind, actually just even going out to the front one more time, because I think that that will be pretty much us getting ready to kind of finish up. Now, just to remind everybody, so we will be, we have recorded the Zoom call, so we will organize to download this and have it available that we can send out as a follow-up for tomorrow. Oh, we've got your neighbor. So this is the maximum.
There's another one over here.
Oh, great. No worries. So again, we can send this link out. That's not a problem at all.
Giving you away, but there's one of the friendly neighbours out cutting her lawn.
I need to. Perfect. Actually, I do have one other question. And I don't know if you would know the answer. We might need to go inside for that one.
Yeah, of course.
Just pulling up. I've had a question just about the home report. Let me just have a quick look just to see in case you might know anything there. Just basically saying, I think there was a couple of category 2s just talking about the brickwork at the chimney and maybe just on the outside. And just, is that something that you guys have had to kind of get work or maintenance done to anything to do? You know, they're just basically saying that some weathering was noted to the brickwork where the chimneys were. And that's just, you know, again, because of the age of the building, which I can tell everybody roughly the age. We are looking at 1970s, style. I mean, is that anything that you guys have had to do, any works to the roof at all?
No, we've not done any work to the roof or chimney or anything since we've been in. We've not had any problems at all with it.
Okay. And we have had another question as well. If you know if you would be able to fence off the front garden, or if you know if any of the other neighbours have?
Yeah, a few of the ones further along the street have fenced in the garden. So yeah, that's definitely something you could do if you wanted to. That's to put a fence around the front to keep it enclosed.
Perfect. So what I'll do is, if you don't mind just doing one further pan in here, and then that will finish us up in about the next minute or so. And again, any questions, you can get in touch with us. I'll send everybody quickly our email address or where you can hear from us there. And we really hope to kind of get some feedback from you guys tomorrow. And like I said, feel free to ask your solicitors to get in touch, and we are happy to look at an offer that is subject to an in-person viewing, and hopefully can kind of pick up with you guys from there.
Super. Thank you very much for
no problem at all. This is really great and very helpful. So that's perfect. I'll just quickly send an email or send a message on the one final message in the chat group there. That's perfect. That's great. Well, thank you very much, Ashley, for showing us around and for opening your home to us tonight. And like I said, we are advertised, so it's 3 Greenhill Park in Penicuik. We're advertised at offers over 160, home report value at £170,000. And yes, any questions, I've just sent you our details. So it's 0131-662-4747 is the telephone number, or it's property@warnersllp.com. So you can reach out to us in any way. Also, you can message us on Facebook as well, and one of our team will be able to pick up there. So thank you very much, everybody, and have a great night.
Thank you.